Welcome back to the D-Gas podcast. It's the man of many hats, Bkr, the Baker man. You know, former chef, current hip-hop artist, co-owner of a craft beer bar, just to give you guys some context and who I am and what I do. And I'm here with my man,
HK, formerly off on the streets.
He's still on the streets.
Still on the streets. But
Connoisseur
and just lush all the way
I
lush.
fucking love that.
All the
Hell
way
yeah.
lush, you know.
All right, you had an interesting topic today. I'm gonna jump right into this shit.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh shit, I get out of
Tell
camera.
me, you text me something and I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm down. Tell people what you came here to talk about.
Okay, so when we first encountered each other, it was right about the time when the craft beer started. Let's take beer out of it. Craft.
When they gave it the moniker, right?
Yeah, exactly. When it really started
beer.
like hitting its stride.
Yeah.
I think the peak came after, but that was when it started hitting its stride. And I mean, anything from beer and food was at that time.
Food they were talking about artisan all the time, and that was fucking annoying at the time. And then all of a sudden, like, that was food, and then craft beer started getting popular, or beer started getting popular to people.
Yep.
And they started calling it a hobby.
Yes.
Like, people like us started calling it a hobby.
Yeah.
Just to go drinking.
Yep.
But then you get into it and you start learning about it, right? And then the companies start getting into their ingredients. They're small companies. They're trying to provide the highest quality product, and they started calling it craft beer.
Craft beer, yep.
And then eventually probably devolved into the new artisan.
And I mean, yeah, and then food went from artisan to farm to table to, you know.
Oh, right, farm to table was good for a while.
Yeah,
and then, you know.
And so then
now it's like, yeah, she came from a farm.
Yeah. Then the boom happened with all the food trucks, and you know, and so my thought was, I seriously was just cutting the grass the other day and just going through my thoughts and went
fucking artisan lawnmower and shit.
I'm an artisan lawn artist.
I just picture you like with one of those the ones with no motor, just like got the clippers like that, in a beret. Fucking cutting the grass, thinking about shit.
Why not a bike hat backwards?
I don't know.
You know,
it's my brain.
All right. Okay. It's my brain. I'll cry if I want to. But yeah, I had that thought and I texted you right away, because normally I'll have a lot of like random like ideas and go, man, that'd be pretty cool, and never write them down.
Yeah.
Or text
instead of
or
making
whatever.
a note in your phone.
Yeah.
You
I just forget about it.
Shot it over.
Yeah. Or I'll tell someone, and then they'll go do it, and then I'll lose out.
So tell me what.
So, man, I'm not even gonna look it up, but yeah, I just figured craft, because that's, you know, when everything started happening. That's when we met, and even coffee.
Gotcha. Yep.
And
right. Tie me in there.
Yeah, and that's we met at Cafe Corazon, and believe it or not, I believe at that time when we met,
that was a really ahead of the time coffee roasting company.
Yes, which was there before was High Top.
Yeah, so if you're from Fresno, now it's Alchemist.
Now it's Alchemist.
It was High Top, but for years previously it was Cafe Corazon, and he originally started at downtown Fresno, coffee roaster, super passionate dude, and then moved into the Tower District right there in that spot that's now Alchemist.
Yep. And when they were in downtown, that's when I first met them, and that's when I first started getting into coffee, like real coffee, you know.
Yeah, I'd never tasted coffee like that before in my
me either.
whole fucking life. That's when I fell in love with Ethiopian shit.
Okay. Yeah, see, and I was just starting. I had at that time I was starting my journey with craft beer, and I just happened to be downtown for a court date.
Mm-hmm.
And needed a
bump.
Yep. So I walked around. I walked into Cafe Corazon,
Mm-hmm.
I met Liz and
Probably
Leo.
Liz.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I wanted. Kind of like when people started walking into Spoke, they never had craft beer, and they're just staring at the board, and you got to
Mhm.
kind of guide them through it. So they did that for me, and man, I found myself going back there on a daily basis just to get coffee because
Right.
I didn't know, where to get it or how to get to it or whatever. I just knew that spot,
Yeah.
and I followed them when they came to Tower. Then they had a great idea to hire you. They hired Mario, they hired you, or something of that nature.
Yeah, you're kind of like crunching it all
Yeah.
into a little time period.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't.
But yeah, eventually I got hired there as a chef to do the breakfast stuff, all types of different breakfast stuff. And then, yeah, I brought on Mario, who now owns Valparaiso Coffee Roasting Company. Small world.
Yes, and those of you who weren't around at that time and missed those breakfasts, luckily I lived right down the street. I could walk out my door, look down the street, and see if the tables were out. And,
Court date went well, I'm guessing.
Court date went.
All right.
And yeah, I don't even remember. I was down there many
Freedom.
times back in those days. It seemed like I was always down there. But yeah, so I started going in, and one day they had breakfast, and I remember that day because I went, "Oh shit, yeah, I'll have some," and I think that was the last time I was able to walk in and have nobody there, and I could just order a breakfast and a coffee and sit outside because once people caught on to your breakfast,
You think so?
yeah, oh dude,
That's crazy.
Once people caught on to your breakfast, you couldn't walk in there and just do that. You had to get in line. And then it became what it was, a one day thing.
Yeah, it was just one day. At first, we had like the smallest oven ever and one induction burner in the back. It wasn't like a real kitchen. We only could use like tabletop appliances. So like we had an induction burner and an electric oven and mixer and whatever we could use that plug into the wall. Basically, that you didn't need a hood for at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and
So we were cranking out some crazy shit.
yeah. Oh man, I wish I could. The one thing I do remember is the breakfast banh mi you made, because I remember I was so good. I got another one and took it to my son, and to this day he talks about it. He's like, man, I remember that sandwich Jacob made.
Damn.
And
Yeah, so right about that time I was into craft beer, definitely a chef, and I would go to the farmer's market, and whatever was there, that was what I would make I would make a new dish for that week. So I forgot all that shit.
yeah. Oh no, it was.
I don't know what any of that stuff was because it was something new we worked on all week, every week.
Yep, that was before places like Libalula and stuff like that were
Yeah,
around
way
here.
before. And I was like passionate about being at that place because that dude was such a good coffee roaster.
Yeah.
Like, if there was just a little bit more spotlight on there, it should have been a bigger deal for sure.
Yep. No, I definitely missed that spot. I miss Mario having a spot where I could just go, And,
Yeah.
But
Anywho,
so speaking of that time,
so misses everybody, huh?
Yeah.
Who else do you miss, bro?
Miss Ramen. He's right inside though. I was gone all day without him yesterday. Anyway.
I miss your smell. I miss your musk.
Oh, fucking Frito smelling mother. What craft beer were you into back then?
I was at that time. Where are we at? That's fucking early. I was into trying. Mainly, I would just go and try whatever I could find. Like I would go. We were already traveling to breweries at that time. I remember one that sticks out to me the most early on, besides Anchor, was Speakeasy Ales and Lagers in South San Francisco.
Yeah.
And because they were so fucking small, Like we went there, and I was like, oh, I want to try this because they were heavy in Bevmo at the time. You could buy their shit at the Fresno Bevmo for some reason.
Yes.
And then I went there, and it was like there was like a makeshift counter, and you bought tokens for beers. You didn't even buy beers. I don't know if that was a legal thing or something, but it was inside of the brew house, like from here to maybe the end of the yard was open space.
All right.
And some seats, but it was like if fucking college kids slapped the tasting room together. There was a popcorn machine. You could get free popcorn. You bought tokens, and that you could take to the bar and get a beer, and then all that stuff was literally just tanks.
Oh, nice.
And just shit. At the time, I didn't know as much about the process, so it was shit foaming out of the buckets and tanks. Now thinking back, it was fucking small.
Yeah.
Those tanks were little, but at the time I was like, oh shit, these big old tanks. I'm inside of a brewery, but totally different than what it ended up being.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing to see.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever...
And then it grew and grew and grew.
I don't think I've ever been to that spot, but I remember the beers.
Yeah, so I would go to Bevmo because that was the main spot you can get beer. BC's always held it down before any other craft beer spot. BC's held it down in Fresno. And then traveling to like mostly the Bay Area had all the good beer.
See,
Toronado early on.
See, I think
until Spokeezy opened.
I think a lot of people don't remember that era where if you wanted to have a beer that someone talked to you about, like say when Spoke first opened, you were in Spoke and you had a beer that they had, or someone was saying, oh yeah, I went to the spot, man, they had really good beer. The only way you're gonna try it is if someone brought a growler, or if you got up and drove there. You know, back then, that's how we were trying all these beers.
Yep.
Is we were traveling. You know?
Yes, you had to go until trading got heavy, like a bigger thing. You had to go.
Yeah.
And I always loved that about it. And when trading started, I was kind of anti-trading because I was like, that takes the whole experience out of it. You're just trying to taste. I mean, that's cool that you want to taste it. It's been in a mail truck and in a glass bottle.
Yep.
That's somebody hand filled. Like, you're getting a weird version of it, and you didn't even get to fucking go there to try it.
Yep.
And they don't send it here, so whatever.
Yep.
But to answer your question, definitely my lineage with the beer shit would be Sam Adams Fat Tire.
Yep.
Sierra Pale, right in that little trinity, and then all of Sam Adams mix packs.
Yeah.
Because that was an easy way for me to try as many things as possible. And then Arrogant Bastard, which was like, oh fuck, this is crazy. This is different.
Yep.
Boom, and then once you get into Stone, you found Green Flash. You found who else was down there? SoCal guys.
Yeah.
Stone, Green Flash.
Oh man.
Ballast Point eventually came
Ballast
out.
Point,
we were driving to Russian River a little bit later. Yeah, mainly going to the Bevmo.
Yeah, yep. Same, man. You had the Sam Adams summer and winter packs that they would come out with. That summer ale used to just hit every summer because it was nice and it was like 5.2, 5.4, something like that.
You ever try that nasty ass triple bock? Then a blue bottle? Fancy.
No, I don't think so.
It was expensive for me at the time. I was like, it was probably like $12 or something. Yeah. But like, this is when you could easily go to the grocery store and get a sixer of Deschutes for $6.99.
See, and that
so I got one 12-ounce bottle, fancy bottle of Sam Adams triple bock for like $13. And I was like, fuck it, I'm trying this.
I might have.
Hella nasty.
I might have. But I mean, back then, it's been a long time, dude. I couldn't remember. I know I would try everything they would come out with just because, like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. I'm trying it. And that's what got me just saying, got me into things is, like you have Sam Adams glass right there. You know?
Right. Yep.
You know, so
Oversized. I got the smaller version of this too. You got a big one.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, no. So yeah, it was a Sam Adams, and I remember fucking Stone.
Yeah,
Arrogant
Stone
Bastard.
changed the game, and then Green Flash changed the game.
Yeah.
Fucking can't. I'm blanking on
Yeah,
so many
Yeah, from down south.
from down south in that era. The duet and Nelson Alpine.
Alpine, yes.
Man,
Yes.
changed the fucking world with that Nelson beer.
There was a time that
Alpine changed the goddamn
yeah.
world.
Yeah, they did. Didn't Alpine become part of Green Flash at
They
one point?
bought them and then they all tanked.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was a point where like the Bay Area and San Diego area were duking it out for like the top fucking craft area in the world, because they were just they were popping up.
San Diego's growing like fucking mad, but the Bay Area had like quality.
Yeah.
Like you had to go in San Francisco, didn't have too much, but right outside, you had that was Moylan's, right north of the Bay, and then I would hit, what would my little route be? Moylan's, Lagunitas, Russian River, Bear Republic.
Okay.
I mean, that's solid.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that's a fucking
yeah.
solid
Yeah.
run. 30 minutes from each place is 30 minutes from the next.
And that's what I'm saying is, you had to drive, you had to go. It ain't like now where, now you don't only have Spokeasy here, you have Goldsteins and
There's others.
yeah, others that just pop up.
This is full.
Over there, and there's one over there, there's a couple over there.
We take his word for it. Wow, that's so much fun.
Yeah. There, a lot of places popped up, or you fucking order it now.
Now you can just order it online.
You can order it and
completely takes the romance out of everything.
Yeah.
And from a retail standpoint, really just tries to drive the craft beer bar completely out of the market.
Yep.
There's even been articles written about it. About specifically craft beer bars are becoming extinct.
Yeah, see, and that's, I get it. You hear the craze, you want to try it, and all that, and so you order it, but like you were saying, a lot of times it's being shipped, it's being fucking shook, it's being whatever it is. You could just
do that again,
dude. You could just. You could just go down the street, go get it on draft, or drive. You know, we did that yesterday. We went to the old Santa Darius.
We didn't.
Well, we didn't.
I didn't go.
Me and my wife.
Yeah.
And that was
TFTI.
Yeah. That was
You look cool though.
Yeah, dude. Like Santa Darius is always. I like going to the original because, now they have pop-ups that they do. Before, it was so small or whatever, they wouldn't do it, and that's a spot that I feel you got to hit up. I mean, people used to come from around the world to go to that spot.
Yeah, you met some.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's people I met that flew from New York one time for a wedding. They were here for 3 days. 2 days for the wedding, and in one day they were in the wedding in San Francisco, and they drove down to Santa Darius just because they were like, we can't not be this close and not go. They spent all day there. There's people from Japan that I met there, people from London. It's insane, and
We meet people all over the country coming to Pliny the Younger to stand in line.
Yep.
And when I would go wait in line there to get that.
Yep, I mean,
it was just a cool experience. It got out of hand, but originally it was a cool experience. People would be like, why are you waiting in line for that? But they'll be in line at the midnight show of a fucking Star Wars movie. It's like, or they'll be outside for 3 days for new sneakers. I just had to wait like 3 hours.
Yep.
Whatever. But yeah,
I would just keep driving by until the line went down.
that works too.
You know, it was.
But I'll be there in the morning, so I get in the
Yeah.
first wave.
Yeah, I'd be there.
You talk to people that literally flew there the night before so that they could sleep in line.
Sleep in line. Yep, that's insane.
I mean, that's fucking cool. It's insane, but
Yeah.
that's a cool story
There's
to tell.
a group that spoke that would go, and they did it for what, like,
We did it a few years.
yeah, I think Sylvie and Rick.
Oh,
Ricky,
they did it a couple years. Yeah.
Yeah,
And they did the Firestone stuff too
Yeah,
for a couple years.
Yep. And then, well, that's another one. You know, you got like the Firestone Invitational that
Still the best.
yeah,
Beer festival.
I mean, and the Firestone anniversaries are great.
Yeah.
You know, but these are all things that
These are all things under the umbrella of like what we consider like the craft of this industry, right?
yeah, for sure.
Eventually, as everybody's seen it mass marketed and breweries are being sold off left and right, things are changing now. But yeah, to like help define what we think craft is, I think this was a good idea of just like telling people how we felt during it.
Yeah.
During when it became not just beer but craft beer, when they had to slap that at Bevmo. That wasn't always on the fucking list at Bevmo. It said domestic imported.
And now it says craft.
And yeah, now it says craft.
Yeah, no, for me, before I had a Sam Adams, I didn't drink for about 5 years. Because from like my mid-20s to like maybe late 20s, about right 30, I didn't drink because I got so fed up with drinking. Because when we used to live down the street from you, me and my brother, all we did was drink fucking Coronas and Modelos. And
Yeah.
we would just go through them like crazy, and it got to a point where I was like, this is tiring. I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
So I stopped drinking like altogether. And then one day, I saw Sam Adams and a Sierra Nevada.
Okay.
And so I was like, huh,
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I didn't care for the Sierra Nevada because I think it was like Torpedo or some shit like that.
Could have been regular pale. The first time you have that shit, it's fucking, it's ripping.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could have been, because I do remember the green label.
Yep.
And the green, so it could have been that. But then the Sam Adams had, it was like I want to say it was like the summer ale or like the white something. I remember white label.
Yep.
Anyway.
It is summer white ale.
Okay.
Yep.
And that was
Racist. Boston, motherfucker.
Yeah. Man, started crushing those, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And that was right about that time when, I started going around to Cafe Corazon right there in Tower and all that. And, from there, it's like the palate grows because, I remember having a Newcastle when I was in my 20s,
Newcastle
and I
was big.
hated it.
That was my rotation early on, too.
Yeah.
Fat Tire Newcastle.
Yep. I hated Newcastle. Fat Tire was gross. And then once I got into the Sam Adams, they were like the gateway drug,
Okay.
Because
you got adjusted a little bit.
after that, it was like, wow, Fat Tire is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then
I threw up hella bad one time. I drank hella Fat Tires. That was gross.
I did that with Arrogant Bastard on one of my, I think I was like, one of my birthdays. My brother bought me a bunch of Arrogant Bastard. Fuck, I didn't touch that beer for a long time. It was fucking gross after that. Yeah.
I missed the old Arrogant Bastard.
The old?
Yeah. That shit was crazy. They toned it down over the years.
Yeah.
For sure.
That might have been when I got fucked up on, because it was a long time ago, man. And that was, that was, fuck, I remember throwing up, and it was so bad. I didn't touch that for a long time. But after that, the palate grew, and, you start accepting other beers and
all kinds of stuff, right? Because you would have been already into wine a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. That was also about the time when I had my first like bottle that made me go ooh. That Shiraz.
So you had a thing a switch that went off.
Yeah. No. Dude, I had wine before, and it was gross. Like, fuck, how can people drink this shit? Just like with some beers, like, fuck, how can people drink this shit? and finally you have that one that's just like, oh shit,
Yeah.
what was that? You have more of those, and that just kind of opens up your palate to other things. I mean, for a long time, even 5-6 years ago, I wouldn't touch white wine. I thought it was gross.
Okay.
And
Racist.
then, yeah, I wouldn't touch the whites. And then, I had that one white, and next thing you know, I'm fucking just slurping it all,
Boom.
Any chance
Down
I
the
get,
throat.
So, yep,
Yep.
all up in the dome. But yeah,
Right.
no.
Get your nose in it. Like that.
Speaking of, what do you think of that?
This first one, I think it's good, but I haven't been really paying attention because I've been listening to you talk.
Fuck, shut up.
I was just kind of sipping it.
Yeah,
you got a new. You have a different one.
Yeah, I have a whole different one.
People that are watching, people that are just listening, we have a selection of craft whiskeys.
Yeah.
Which are more small batch.
Yes.
Kind of similar to what we were talking about, the early days of craft beer.
Yeah, because with the early days,
the new whiskey boom.
Yes,
bourbon boom.
And I think that's what started all is the craft beer. You started having all these breweries pop up everywhere, and got to a point where there were so many that some started falling, some started getting bought out, some that got bought out didn't make it when they got bought out.
That's happening right now.
Yeah, and with all this big craft beer boom, all of a sudden you have all the bourbon that started being consumed and produced, and
it's probably the same switch that flipped with you happened similarly to other people, right? And maybe they were into beer, but they might have been the guy that just wanted to trade or just wanted to try shit, and then they kind of taste what they want to taste, and maybe they like bourbon more. They just decide they like bourbon more, and they get into that, and the same collector mentality just drove that shit through the roof because immediately, and it looked just like craft beer did, but it happened really fast because it was a lot of the same dudes doing the same bullshit. I mean, doing the same things.
So, yeah.
You could go to the store, and there would be like a bottle that I was for sure I bought for $24.99. Now $50.
Yes. Yep. There's a few bottles now that I used to pay under $30. They're
at Winco.
They're
or something stupid like that.
Yep.
And I'll be Walmart. Like, you guys, what are you doing?
Yep.
You just don't know. You don't know anything.
Yep.
You're just doing shit.
There's a bottle Eagle Rare. But
how do you really feel?
Yeah. Eagle Rare, I remember it was $19.99.
Yeah, for sure.
And all of a sudden there's a fucking shortage because people are fucking buying and paying all these. Now it's up to, I think Eagle Rare is up to like fucking $55.
Crazy.
And I'm sorry, it's good, but it's not fucking that good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I paid $30. And I was fine.
Yeah. You see, even that's fine. I understand inflation, whatever.
Yeah.
But fucking when people are.
But I wouldn't pay $50.
No, when people are on the fucking on the book fucking posting up, I found the Eagle has landed, and people are rushing out to fucking buy it to pay whatever price that the fucking store deemed.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. There's a few bottles that I refuse to buy because they were under 30 and they don't deserve to be over 40.
Yeah.
And they're up in 89, 100 range, and it's fucking stupid.
Yep.
And plus you can't really even find them. If when you do, they're too expensive.
Yep.
But that one you're drinking,
it's like what would it be like for people that don't know whiskey or beer at all? It'd be like if you go to McDonald's and every fucking drive-through you go to, the Shamrock Shake machine is out.
Yes.
And then somebody posts on a Facebook group for Shamrock Shake fans that this one place has them, except they're $8 a glass.
Yes.
And then everybody fucking lines up around the goddamn block to get them, and that's what you guys are doing.
Yep, that's exactly what people are doing with these bottles, and it's fucking shameful, in my opinion.
They can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah,
it's their brand.
It's their money. It's their. What's fucked up? What's fucked up is stores are now marking them up to
Right. They can do whatever they want to do.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
fucked up. That to me is fucked up. If you're getting a certain
America.
yeah, yeah, it's like the toilet paper thing. You know, they're it's in demand. They're marked that shit up so
Mark
they
it
can
up,
make
dude.
more. If they're getting a bottle for $20, you know, a bottle, they buy a case, they get it for 18. I understand. Mark it up. Mark it
Yeah.
up. Mark it up. $10.
Hmm.
Fucking. Well, what is it? Weller 12 is a $19.99 bottle. Every now and then Costco will get it. I think this last time Costco had it was like $22. That bottle.
Costco's different.
That
but
that-
they,
that-
they do different things.
that bottle's
they have
going-
different practices.
Yes, a bottle goes for 180 plus.
Wow.
It's stupid
That's
because
stupid.
people pay for it.
Because they'll pay for it.
And
It's worth whatever they'll pay.
yeah. Anyway, so that's happening with bourbon, and for me, I buy what I like. A lot of bottles I have, they come from the Eureka Whiskey Club, and I joined it because
Wussy Club? Fucking knew
Eureka,
it.
the Eureka Whiskey Club.
Eureka.
We meet every Friday,
Fuck.
but that's me and Jared.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did it because I wanted to try different.
It's the Sam Adams pack.
It's
Literally the Sam Adams pack. You get a different thing. Was it a quarter? A month?
It's once a month.
And you get a couple bottles? Or
One.
One bottle a month.
Yeah,
And they pick.
they pick, and it's supposed to be a barrel pick. For those of you who don't know what a barrel select, barrel pick is
Go listen to our last episode.
yes, do that. So they're supposed to be a barrel pick, and so yeah, so I did it just so I could try different ones.
Exclusive to Eureka or Barrel Pick?
Yes, these barrel picks are exclusive to Eureka.
And
Like this balcones, you'll go to Costco and Costco have their
I
own.
like
I'm sorry,
balcones.
not balcones. I'm sorry,
what's that one?
Doc Swinson, right? Swanson.
Doc
Swinson?
Swinson.
Doc Swinson.
Bing.
Costco has their own pick
Okay.
of that right now. And
I'm gonna get into that balcons. I like those
Yeah.
guys.
yeah, dude.
Texas in the house.
I brought that out because I remember you told me about them a while back, and I got that, and
You
It's-
hate it?
and-
It's the fullest one. You hate it. All I tried was a regular Blue Label one.
Blue
so
Label. Yeah, I think
That's
I
all I
have.
can vouch for.
I have the Blue Label as well.
The Blue Label tastes like just like kettle corn to me, and it's tight because I love kettle corn.
He would. It's gross, but
Dude, kettle corn is tight. What am I doing?
in his defense, a lot of these
I don't need no
bourbons
defense.
I
love kettle corn.
Do have that kettle corn taste.
Yeah.
They do. With the sweet like molasses kind of thing
Mhm.
going from. Some have cinnamon with kettle corn.
Yeah,
It's
there's
weird.
other supporting flavors.
It's weird, but
That was
yeah,
the most kettle corn I ever had.
the blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have that one in there too. But this one I brought out because I don't think you've had this, and it was
I haven't. I still on the first one that we haven't talked about.
see, it's because you poured yourself too much.
Well, or too much. It's my brain.
See, I when Jared would come over, I would pour him some, and then I would end up pouring him like,
Fuck.
and I would pour myself. So he has a
You
rule
do it
like
on
you don't.
purpose.
No, it was just next thing you know he leaves fucked up, and I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna try this Doc Swinson.
Try the Doc Swinson.
Tell them about the first one though.
So the first one, it's a you could tell it's in a wine bottle, and when I first got it, I thought that was fucking odd. But this is actually it's Mosswood from Berkeley.
Okay.
They put it in a wine bottle because it was finished in wine, in a wine
Okay.
in wine barrels. Sorry, not in wine barrels.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, it's a mix of bourbon, light whiskey, and American whiskey aged in new charred oak, ex-bourbon barrels, red wine cask, and Ambrona.
Mhm.
Ambrona, like my name, Ambrona. I don't know, with ages from 2 to 8 years, but I brought it out because I thought it was odd when I first had it.
Yeah.
It definitely had a weird thing, and I remember me and Jared talked about it, and I said, man, it kind of seems like it has like a wine finish to it. And then we ended up reading the label and found it was.
Yeah, like I was sipping it, just I wasn't thinking enough about it, but it did not taste like bourbon to me at all.
Yeah, no.
It tasted like a whiskey, but it didn't taste like bourbon at all.
Yeah.
But I dug it, and it had a lot of different things going on. A little floral, sweet. Still had a little corn in there, but not a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the wine, but I also wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah. Well, we brought these out because, like the whole craft thing started this whole big path for, I think, not only the industry with beer and wine and bourbon and spirits in general.
Cigar industry mirrored it too at the same time.
Yes.
Just after the craft beer boom, the cigar industry had a big boom until COVID shut that shit down.
COVID happened, but there was a big boom
with California regulations and whatnot.
Man, I remember ordering online. It was great.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, but California. But yeah, all of that has started happening around the same area, and the big label that they put on was craft.
Mm-hmm.
From food, wine, and all that stuff. I remember right after that happened, man, and I started drinking again because of craft beer, and you started finding these breweries that started popping up, and then next to know you're following brewers.
Mm-hmm.
You start following brewers because they made a beer somewhere that you really liked, and they opened a brewery, so then you run over there and you drive there and you
to me they almost felt like celebrities kind of.
Yep.
Like, and look, like you could actually just friend them and see what they're doing on the daily.
Yep.
But it's like, holy shit, man, fucking owns that brewery that wins gold like in the world, but it's just a regular dude.
Yep. Because I remember when Alex left San Diego, I forget the brewery he was at, and started Fieldwork.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I was up there just about every weekend when they first opened.
Yep.
You start doing that, and the Bay Area was just this fucking spot to go to. With Salermaker and what's that fucking place that the dude told me off at that I can't fucking stand? Tornado, yeah, place like Tornado.
City Beer Store.
Yep.
I have a pic. I think I have a pic somewhere of City Beer Store, the first rendition of City Beer Store before they did their first remodel, and it was literally just a store, and then there was a bunch of beer just on the shelf. It was not all refrigerated, and they did not sure if they had taps yet.
All right.
And I bought some Russian River sours there, off the warm shelf, and they had like stuff where they were about to start construction on the wall to blow the wall out.
You see, there was a point where you could walk into like Save Mart, and people were buying IPAs that were on the shelf for like months, and then going, this fucking beer sucks.
Right.
And
or I remember now tasting beer that's old, and it just immediately taking me back to something like I thought was just what it tasted like.
Yep.
Like, tastes like Bear Republic Racer 5, but really it's not. It's old ass Racer 5. And you're just like, oh shit, that was the whole time.
What's funny is
hot ass IPAs.
What's funny is Racer 5 was one of the ones I remember being on shelf at Save Mart for fucking months.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes even years, and people were buying it going, I don't know why you like...
They didn't start putting the dates on them until later.
People started going, I don't know why you like IPAs, they're gross. Where'd you buy it? Save Mart? Oh. It's probably on the shelf, huh? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, okay then. So, there was a time where the boom happened and people didn't give a fuck how they sold it. They just wanted it to be in the store somewhere on the shelves. And
I think they probably gave a fuck.
The breweries did.
Right, the breweries
No,
gave
I'm
a fuck,
talking about like the distributors and all that.
Right.
They were just like fucking put it on the shelf.
They didn't understand that things needed to be cold, things need to be fresh. and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Big beer does understand that, so they design their beer in such a way that it can withstand lengths of periods of time where it's gonna be maybe not drank or maybe held warm, blah 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 blah, and still taste the same. Light years ahead of everybody else. But the craft guys, like I mentioned, Speakeasy, there's no fucking way they had any idea that their shit was gonna be on the bottom shelf, warm, at Bevmo.
At Bevmo.
Yeah.
Yep. So, best experience at a craft beer bar.
Bar?
Craft beer brewery.
A brewery?
A brewery.
Best experience would have to be contacting Natalie from Russian River before they had the merch room on the side. That was additional seating right by the barrel room, and she let us reserve that whole room for our rehearsal dinner.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
At Russian River.
That's awesome.
Yep. They're like, awesome. We don't ever do reservations, but for that's cool.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yep.
All right. How about bar? Where was it?
Best craft beer bar.
Other than SpokeEasyPublicHouse.com.
Experience wise, would be probably my first Zwanze day at what's the place in San Francisco that closed? The Belgian spot.
Oh, dude.
No, that's not the best experience. The best experience was after we left there. I went to Beer Revolution for the first time, and all the nerds left and went to Beer Rev, and they were just cracking random fucking crazy bottles of Cantillon and sharing it with anybody.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
And I was with Mario from Sierra Nevada before he was at Sierra Nevada.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And I got some crazy ass fucking Cantillon shit poured at Beer Rev.
All right. Now, would you consider Cantillon and stuff like that craft?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean that stuff been being made.
Been made that way for a long time, and the only reason we get it out here is because people out there don't appreciate it. So they send it out here, they can sell it for more money.
I hate when I go into Spoke and there's like a goose or something on tap.
Yeah, something crazy fire.
Yeah, and it's been on there for fucking 3 weeks. But that fucking hazy IPA popped in a day.
One day.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking just bad.
All right, what you got? Best brewery experience.
Shit. Oh man, brewery experience has got to be Avery.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, fucking Avery has got to be. Yeah, I've been to Avery 3 or 4 times, man, and it's fucking fantastic. Yeah, I went before they sold. After they sold, it's still the same fucking shit. It's fucking great.
Sick.
What I loved about it is most of the beer they have there is on tap is brewery only. You have to go to the brewery to fucking drink it, to have it, to try it. Brewery only. And,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and you're talking about 24, 32 taps.
Yeah.
All brewery only.
Yeah.
You know? So that
one of the biggest bummers of a brewery I went to early on was, and the beers were great, the service was fine, but Pizza Port Lost Abbey, which are owned by the same company, same dude, so the tasting room's the same. Everything on tap was available at the store, at the brewery.
Okay.
And like that was all they had. There was no extra brewery only beer on tap at the brewery.
Really?
When I went.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago.
So it was all like stuff that you could just get anywhere.
It was the stuff that hit the stores at the time.
Yeah. That sucks. No, yeah. Well, we don't really get. We've never got any Avery out here. I don't believe.
It used to come to Bevmo.
Okay.
It used to come to Bevmo, but they pulled out of California altogether years ago.
Okay. And I would say
I had that Maharaja.
Yes. I would say
that Dugana, the Maharaja, their IPAs are fucking dope.
Yeah, Avery's. Yeah, dude. No.
I mean, they're barrel aged.
The barrel aged stuff.
Everybody knows. If you don't know, now you know. The barrel aged shit, the sour shit's hella good. But that Maharaja was something different when it came out.
Yeah.
Double IPA.
So yeah, Avery, a very close one would. Oh fuck, I can't. The name just slipped out of my head, but it's in Fort Collins. I've never heard of it until we drove by it when we were there. Fuck, I'll just forget about it because I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, that was great as far as
just because that second pour of this
Yeah.
Swinson joint right here.
What do you
This
think of
is
that?
Brisk, baby.
What do you think of that?
Brisk. It's it stands up way more on the nose than the one before.
Yeah.
It has like a savory thing. Like I like the aroma a lot.
So-
I can't really put my finger on it, but
So
it's
Doc.
almost like when you get that like a Pinot that has the bacon fat thing.
Okay. So
I don't know how to. I don't know. That's the best thing I can. Maybe it's just the smoke.
So Doc Swinson is a distiller. No, they don't distill. They buy
And then blend
and then blend.
or age. I mean,
Yeah, they buy, they blend, and then they put them in different barrels, different casks. I believe this one, straight bourbon whiskey. They have a few different labels. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, they
wow, super informative. Where does this doctor
Doc Swinson
practice at? Where does he practice?
Where does he practice at? Anyway, they actually just won a bunch of golds at the San Francisco whiskey deal.
Okay,
They just one of them was for the black label.
dope.
Pretty sure it wasn't this
Yeah,
this barrel, but yeah,
I
they
like this. The heat's
it's
big for me
I do believe
right now. Pause. But if I had a rock in there, maybe
Yeah, it's 121.7.
not the globy kind, just a nugget of ice.
Yeah, 121. See me, I love the heat. Like
I don't mind it just for right now.
Yeah.
Just because I
Yeah, it's-
accidentally drank too much of the whiskey before.
121.7 proof.
Yeah.
60.
But normally,
60%.
like this something, if I had I know this is probably not a popular thing to do, but a strong cigar with not watered down, really strong
Yeah.
whiskey.
Yep.
I get down with that.
Yep. So yeah, they're fairly new. They're now like starting to get really well known. A lot of people in
Strong for me because of the Wussy Club.
the Wussy Club. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people on the book kind of shit on them because it's just like with craft beer when you don't know a place and they're not something
Oh
you're
my
used to, they
God.
just shit on people.
Speaking of fruition,
Speaking of fruition, fantastic spot.
fantastic.
Yes.
Nobody gives a shit,
Yeah.
but you should go there.
Yeah, no, for real. It's a cool little spot in like this weird shopping center, I guess.
Yeah, it's
right?
like in what we would have here in Fresno, like a Save Mart grocery shopping center, strip mall.
Yep. There's
Not even a center; it's just like a strip of businesses.
businesses, yeah, just random fucking business. There's
Yeah,
a barbershop, there's a
barbershop.
coffee shop, there's
Mhm.
a liquor store, there's like this. We actually went into the grocery store right
There's
next
a
door
grocery
to it.
store. Yeah,
The grocery store is fucking fantastic. They have a lot of wine,
there you go.
great cheeses in there. We picked up a few.
Watsonville in the house.
Yes, I definitely recommend it. It's nice open seating outside and
Yep.
inside.
I derailed your whole fucking whiskey talk.
Yeah, no, fuck, dude. Watsonville was fucking great. Fruition was fucking. The beer was really good. I was gonna bring some back, but now I was like, well, Spoke has it.
Yeah,
So, right now, so it was, but yeah.
he meant I should have brought some. That's what he meant.
That's what I thought he was gonna do. That's how we ended up with this. But yeah, Doc Swinson is getting well known right now. These
We're ahead of the
guys,
game.
these guys right here, they're almost the same as Doc. I believe they are distilling now.
Who's these guys?
This is rare, rare character. Rare character. It was a sommelier and a dude that was he sold whiskey, he sold spirits, and they were good friends. They decided to start, like everyone, they bought barrels first, and I think they're distilling, but they do their blending, they age their own shit. They pick barrels that they want to age in.
Okay.
Their stuff. This is my second bottle from them, and as you can tell, I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me.
I think you just like the cute little fucking animals on the label. That's what I think.
The little llamas.
The emus?
They're llamas, aren't they?
Yeah, they're probably llamas. Scraping that bottle. They're scraping this bottle in the mic. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Yeah, but yeah.
Rare creatures. All right.
So
I'm a sucker for handwritten dates on the back.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Love that shit. I love it. That's a stamp.
That's a stamp, yeah.
Yep.
Handwritten?
No, that's just printed on.
Yeah, printed on.
That's cool.
But whiskey and bourbon is becoming the new craft thing, and tequila is becoming.
Tequila's always gonna be like, everybody's always like, I fucked up about tequila.
Yeah, but tequila's actually they're finally bringing in good bottles.
I like tequila kinda. I think the commercial stuff has a weird flavor, but
yeah,
the aged stuff is actually, I could sip on that shit.
Yeah, no, there's good stuff like Mijenta and Fortaleza
and then just the regular, like, maybe I don't like the Reposado. I guess it's a fucking shitty version of what it's supposed to be.
It's the in between the Blanco and the Anejo.
Gives you all the fruit flavors you're gonna get. You get all the flavor of the plant or however they fermented it, and then the other way you get the barrel, and then right. But the middle, you don't need it. It doesn't serve no purpose except to add yellow.
Yeah, because if you're gonna sip on it, why not go Anejo?
Yes.
If
and you're not gonna sip a Reposado.
Yeah, and if you're gonna make a cocktail to get some kind of fruit or whatever,
you might as well get all the fruit and no barrel.
Yeah, and just go Blanco.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, the Repo is a little.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
ranting. Rants.
I'm fucking bad today, dude. It's supposed to be positive energy here. We're running out of time. We have to record another one.
Yeah. No, yeah. I was gonna say we could.
We might as well.
We could continue because we got 2 more bottles, and
let's make this a part 2, and we'll talk about the music we were listening to. We'll talk about these bottles, and maybe some food.
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna wrap this up. Part 1 of quote unquote craft.
Craft.
See you next week.